Thank you so much for coming back to FIIT Perspective. Today is the official launch of our website and all of its content. So let's celebrate. Hey, go, 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 go. Hooray, hooray. Stay fit, stay fit, stay fit, stay fit, stay fit. Okay, I had to get that out. I'm sorry. I am a little goofy. But let's get straight to it. So you will see on the video, you will see every week a FIIT tip of the week, along with a video blog of me discussing that FIIT tip. Also, there will be a blog on our website and with our FIIT blog community talking about that particular FIIT tip of the week. So after you seen a FIIT tip on our website, watched a video, and you still don't understand a particular concept, you can just drop a comment below and we can discuss it, on the blog, and I'll be responsive as possible to help you understand, because my goal is to cater to you, cater to your learning style in a different ways. I know some people are readers, some people are audio learners, some people need a little bit of both, like me, and I'm trying to provide those different ways to cater to you so that you can subconsciously start thinking about your finances to shift your perspective on your finances. So that's the goal of everything that we have going on right now. So we're going to start with the FIIT tip of the week. The tip has actually been on the website since I first released it. And the tip is the components of credit. The components of credit are really important, and that's why I kept it on the website for an extended amount of time before I actually did a video on this particular topic. So let's get right to it. The credit score basically is a calculation or an algorithm based on these 5 components. And the components make up your score. We don't know what the algorithm is, of course, but we do know the weight of each component, and that tells us where our focus areas should be when we're trying to rebuild our credit, build our credit for the first time, or maintain a solid score. So the first component is payment history. Payment history holds 35% of your score. That's really heavy, which means that paying your bills on time is very important. So if you missed a payment last month, it's going to reflect your score very negatively, because everything that you do with your credit is based off of the most recent behavior. So if you missed a payment last month, or if you was even late last month and it reflects on your credit, it's going to shoot that score down drastically versus a payment that you probably missed a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. That's not going to hold as much as weight as that most recent late payment. So paying your bills on time is very important. The second component is the amount you owe on your debt. That holds 30%, which is still almost as heavy as paying your bills on time. So the amount on your debt works 2 ways. It works on revolving credit, and then it also works on installment loans or installment credit, and I'll explain the difference. Revolving credit is a credit card, so you spend it, pay it off, spend it, pay it off, spend it, pay it off, and every time you spend it down, you got more credit available to spend again, and you keep paying. It's just this revolving cycle. That's hence the word revolving credit. Now, it's important that the balance that you have or that you've spent, and that's whole or sitting on your card, in comparison to your spending limit, should be a little low. So as an example, if you have a credit card for $2,000 and you have a balance for $1,800 because you just had to get that Louis, or you had to, buy some rims or whatever it is that you needed to buy to sustain like the lifestyle that you want to live, if that's $1,800 and compared to that $2,000 limit you have, your score is going to go down, because it looks like you're living beyond your means. So, but when that balance is lower, it looks like you're being more responsible. As far as installment loans, let's say you bought a $30,000 car and you made your car payments for 1 year and it brought your balance down to $25,000. Well, that $5,000 that you paid off in comparison to that $25,000 that you still owe shows that you still have a long way to go, and that balance is outweighing the payments that you made, so it's not positively impacting your score as much as it could if over time you paid that balance down, and now the amount that you pay versus the amount that you owe shifts. And so it's very important to understand that concept, because that's 30% of your score. So as your debt that you owe decreases, your score shoots up. The next component is length of credit history. Now, length of credit history, you really can't physically do something like today about this component. It comes over time. So as you're 18 years old and you're starting off with credit, or even if you're kind of rebuilding, no, not necessarily. If you're rebuilding credit, your history is still there. So it's really when you first start off with credit. Over time, as you establish credit and you get older and you got 15 to 20 years of credit history, this will start to positively impact you. But in the beginning, when you're starting off, unfortunately, there's really nothing that you can do to change this particular component. Inquiries are important because you don't want to inquire about your score all the time. Inquiries is like going out to apply for a credit card, going out to apply for a car loan. Now you want a house. Oh, let me get a house. Oh, I shop at Macy's and I can get 30% off of this bag or these shoes or whatever it is. So I'm going to go and inquire about that, and I'm going to submit an application for that. That type of behavior, especially in a short amount of time, is very sporadic and it looks bad. To the creditors, it's like, why are you looking for loans so much? Why aren't you paying in cash? Do you not have the cash to pay it? That's how it looks. And that's 10% of your score. So it's less than the other components, but it still holds weight. The last item is type of credit. So your type of credit can be a car loan, a credit card, a mortgage, things like that. You have a healthy mix of different types of credit in the industry, and you're able to maintain them, you're able to pay on time, and you're able to save money and live a healthy financial lifestyle. That looks good to creditors, and therefore that will positively impact your score. So those are the 5 components. If you have any questions about it, you don't understand the concept that much, drop a comment below under the FIIT blog. After you can interact with me there. That's where I'll be communicating with you and answering your questions, but I'll also be posting tidbits on Instagram and Facebook too. So until next time, bye guys.